Okay, this is another chapter in the collection I have of trucks that had Hall-Scott engines for power. This one here is Fabco. They made fire engines in Oakland, California, I think is where they were based. They stopped making them around 1945, I believe. And at that point, some employees got together to buy the fire engine division out and started Coast. Now, Coast made fire engines. It's hard to find a Coast emblem, and I saw some, but they didn't look like they would be displayable very well. They were large. But I did manage to find a Coast, what they call a steamer cap. They have on the fire engine pumpers, they have a whole lot of tanks and stuff inside, and they have these things on the outside that are made, you can twist off and hook a hose on it, and it covers up the pipe. So I was lucky to get this. Another company was Walder. They made snow plows, heavy equipment. They were up in Long Island, near New York City, as I remember. Big, heavy snow plows for airports, things like that. Now, people get mixed up when you're talking about ACF and ACF-Brill. There was a company called, to straighten out the ACF and ACF-Brill, the ACF company made railroad cars, major manufacturer. They decided in the late 20s to start making buses. So they came up with a sub-company called the ACF Motors Company. Then they bought the ACF Master Corporation, bought the Hall-Scott Corporation to make motors for their buses. In the early 30s, they took an interest in the ACF-Brill Company in Philadelphia, which had been making trackless trolleys and trolley cars. They had a big plant with a lot of assembly lines, so they moved, the ACF Master Company moved the ACF Motors into the Brill building in Philadelphia. So their buses were being manufactured on the Brill assembly lines. And the sign out front said ACF Motors and ACF-Brill Company. And they also had taken interest in Hall-Scott Motors. After the war was over, all the railroad companies had burned up all their railroad cars, so there were a lot of orders for the ACF railroad car company. They decided to let everything else go that they had bought. So a new company was formed, ACF-Brill, with Hall-Scott being a sub-company underneath of that. And I got this emblem here in Philadelphia. The front of it, the center part, lifts up to expose the water radiator cap underneath. Another what I have is Flexible. Nice emblem from their buses. That'll be on the front. I have a ceiling label from Flexible, but this is for the front of the bus. The Dart Company made trucks in the 30s and the 40s. In the late 50s, they got bought by Kenworth. So that's why you have emblems after that point that said KW Dart. Huge quarry trucks, and along with the over-the-road trucks. Okay, this is the latest one I've managed to round up. Orion was a company in South Carolina that made fire trucks. Their advertising says they were the only fire truck maker in the South. Their literature and other articles on the internet keep mentioning Roanoke, Virginia. So there's a tie-in there. But big fire engines, very powerful, with big pumps. But I was lucky to get this. Very, very nice piece.